There's always a delay, but now we're live.
We made it.
All right, we're going to talk about Zach talked about some of the offseason changes that we may see. Talked about the guard position. I got the Reds on TV. There's already been a piss missile the wrong direction, so we don't love to see that. I'll probably yell about my bets during it while we watch that. And we're going to talk about football, talk a little bit of baseball, and all the dumb stuff you expect from this show coming up next on Cincinnati.
Yo, boys are ready to go. You already know. Grab a garage beer, let's flow. No filter needed, beers getting deleted. It's the Cincy Unfiltered show. Let's go. Boys are ready to go. Boys are ready to go. You already know. Grab a garage beer, let's flow. No filter needed, beers getting deleted. It's the Cincy Unfiltered show. Let's go. Boys are ready to go.
What is up? No filter needed. Beers getting deleted. Welcome to the Cincy Unfiltered show. Tri-state area. Love it here. The millions watching around the world. Love you guys too. Shout out. I see you over there. How are you doing tonight, Drew?
I'm good. We've got an address in the chat. We're not going to bring that up.
Like someone wanting to meet up and fight address?
No. Somebody just throwing a party at their house, but I'm not going to put John's address out there.
Oh, yeah. Let's, yeah.
like when I accidentally put mine out there a couple weeks ago.
Mistakes were made. Houday
from the 937. Yeah, Dayton guy in the chat. Shout out Dalton Stone. What's up, buddy?
Let's go.
Wade's here. Fam's at an old spaghetti factory. There's a spaghetti factory in Dayton. Is that the same?
Yeah.
Big.
I like to think that Wade the family was like, hey, we're going to spaghetti factory tonight. And he's at home because he's like, no, man, I'm sorry. I can't. You got to take the kids. Cincy Unfiltered's on. Get out of here,
7 o'clock. What are you talking about?
Oh,
Ryan's here. What's up, fellas? Family just visited DC and brought barbecue grippos. Oh, dude, you're in a land with no grippos. That's rough.
Yeah,
but I'm glad that you got some. Greg's here. Dar's here. Stranger 420's here. Tony Blaze is here. K Breezy's here. Ben's here. You just love to see the chat filling up.
Mm-hmm.
Houday from my country club desk. Shout out to Country Club. I am legally not allowed at any of them, I don't think, but shout out to them anyway. Shout out to Corey. What's up, buddy? Lumpkin down there in Texas, South Texas. My man's by the border down there.
I love it.
So we've got it out there. John said he put his address out there. He's got nods. Okay.
Hey!
Do you mean nads?
No, he means nods. I've got mine right here. Night vision goggles.
Yeah, why wouldn't you have that immediately to your right?
I need to put those back in their case. I don't know why they're out. Sometimes I grab them. You got to look at the raccoons in the backyard and shit, man. Night vision's awesome. You should buy some. Lots to talk about tonight.
I'm picturing you now. Helmet, wife beater, beer, goggles.
Yeah.
Maybe firearm.
No, I try not to have a firearm when I'm walking around my neighborhood, at least out in the open. But I definitely walk around the neighborhood like this sometimes in the evening with a stroller, with the kids, so I can see all the raccoons running around and stuff.
And that's why no kids are allowed to go to Ryan's house.
Why's that guy got night vision on, mommy? Oh man.
Anyway.
Yep, 100%. Lots to talk about tonight. We've got some bullshit, to be honest. Some interesting stuff Paul Dehner Jr. put out. Not Paul Dehner Jr. bullshit. I love Paul. Not saying he is full of shit. We've got some rule changes. Lots to talk about in the NFL sphere as we sit in probably the most boring time in football right now.
It's a pretty quiet, boring, rough time to be a football fan. It's true.
Brutal.
We've got the Reds for that, who are currently losing. Piss missile the wrong way in the first inning. Don't love it. I do have a couple bets out there. I got a Matt McClain home run bet. $150 on that Saturday. Won 168 on it last night. So I'm trying to keep it rolling. And I have the Matt McClain, Ellie De La Cruz home run parlay. Pay me about $465 if both the boys can hit a piss missile tonight. Let's get back to let's just kind of start there. I went to Reds opening day last week. And I got to be honest with you, I'm probably never going to do that again.
Okay, how come?
holy fucking people.
Yeah.
Your camera just completely went away. Now you're back.
Okay.
Sea of people, dude. Like,
Yeah.
in stadium game atmosphere experience, very
Electric.
cool, very fun. Until they ran Ian Jabot and his tits out, and everybody knew we were in trouble.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's opening day for America's pastime. You're going to trot out a British guy. I don't know what you expect.
Disgusting.
But inside the stadium, packed, very cool pregame show. Honoring Pete Rose, the national anthem, giant flag, all very cool. But I don't know that I'll ever step foot in the banks ever again in my life because I have like PTSD.
So here's my take on that as someone with documented PTSD. Like legitimately, I see the pictures and I'm like, that looks fun when I was 20. I understand Cincinnati does it great. Cincinnati, there's nothing like Cincinnati opening day. I never want it to go away. We're known for it. It's incredible. It's wall-to-wall people. But for, I think, a guy like you and me who are in a certain stage of life, that's a little bit ridiculous.
It was a lot. Now, I will say, you hang off to the side around the Moorline area.
Okay.
Maybe get there early enough to grab a seat.
Yeah.
You're probably in good shape. But mistake, we got there early. Headed over to the banks. Decent, a scattering of people at about 9 a.m.
Okay.
Because I'm like, gotta beat the traffic. I'm big beat the traffic guy. I leave for Bengals games at like 7:30 in the morning because there's no traffic.
Yeah.
Go to Yard House, get something to eat. Shout out Yard House, garage beer on tap. Love to see that.
Mm-hmm.
Then headed down to the Moorline area, saw the Cincy hat booth and like stuff going on there.
Awesome.
And then we hit the parade for a minute, which was cool. Cops doing like formation motorcycle riding and like all the parade stuff. So that was cool to take in. But the mistake was going back to the banks after like 1:00.
Yeah.
Just a shit show.
Yeah.
I mean, like it probably took 45 minutes to get from like one end of the banks to the stadium. I ended up in the stadium like 2 hours before the game started.
Oh God, yeah. There's some people, like I think Jules and like her friends, I don't know, they're young. They have like an apartment up there or something I've seen on Twitter. That's kind of
neat. Somebody lives there.
Yeah,
that would be different.
If you've got an apartment up there and you can like go out on the balcony and kind of like look down at the chaos and just have your beers up there, that'd be kind of badass. But walking through a crowd like that, like an active shooter's paradise, it's just absolute, just nightmare. Absolute.
I actually said that.
Like
I was like, this is where like bad shit. He's like, why would you say that? I was like,
look, as somebody who is like wartime minded like that, that's my nightmare. Like that's absolutely my nightmare. I love it. Electric. I don't ever want it to go away. I love the people that go down there and have their beer like this shoulder to shoulder and are just having the best time of their life. Not for me, but it's totally awesome. Yeah.
Not enough deodorant in that crowd either. There's some people that just weren't aware of the hygiene aspect.
That's not
that came into it. It was kind of gross.
Yeah.
Jerome says, I can't do the banks. Everything else was okay.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. Cool, but very crowded. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So like, I don't want to say like it was bad. Like once I got into the stadium, it was a good game. The Reds played good until the end. Like it was very cool to experience the stadium aspect of it, but it's just so different. I'm used to going down there for a Bengals game. We'll hit a few tailgates. We'll hang around with a group of people and then go in. But this was just everybody packed on one street. And I'm just like, not for me.
We sound like old farts.
Dude. That's how I felt.
I'll own it. I'll absolutely own an old fart, not one to be in a crowd. But again, don't ever leave Cincinnati opening day festivities because the pictures that come out of it are unbelievable. It just shows how many like sports fans we have in the city and how enthusiastic and excited they are to go out there and crack open a few beers and watch a ball game.
I did find out Garage Beer Lime is a thing inside Great American Ballpark now.
Oh, you mean this little guy?
They have it. Oh. I mean, the delicious flavored beer that we drink all the time.
This little guy right here?
I am. This guy. This guy right here.
Oh, yeah.
Last year, just the regular. Very good. Good to drink a garage beer, watch a baseball game. But the beer of the summer, the beer of the spring, right there at Great American Ballpark, love to see it. A lot of people told me I was paying too much for it. Hey, I don't think garage beer controls that. I don't control that. I just did what I did. I bought it. I drank it.
I'd pay whatever they ask for this. This is just listen to it. Listen to it, folks.
Ooh, that one had a little splash to it.
Yours was good.
And when I was down there,
it's so good.
I was able to go to www.drinkgaragebeer.com, go to the beer finder, find out where sold that beer, immediately sprinted to Yard House. There's another place down there. I don't know, no free ads, but they have it. And then I used the beer finder again on Saturday. Went to a child's birthday party, played laser tag. Fun. I don't want to brag. I could have smoked them all. I could have won. Niece's birthday, had to let her live a couple times. You know what I mean? She passed me. I could have shot her, but I got to let her go. It's her birthday. So in my mind, I won. But
child's birthday or not, you're getting schwacked. I'm sorry, kids.
I had to let her go. It was her birthday. 100%. Like her a lot. But there were other small children there just getting lit up. Sorry.
Okay, good.
You chose to step in here with me. So
teach them.
But anyway,
young.
Head from birthday party. Gonna go play a little golf. Again, not in my normal area. Beer finder, found the garage beer at the drive-thru.
Awesome.
Hit that on the way to the golf course. Illegally snuck them onto the golf course and drank
I won't
them.
Tell. I'm not going to tell. No one here is going to tell. You know, honest to God, we say it every show, guys. Garage beer keeps the lights on, right? I got my lights here. All right, see, I'll block them out. Look, there they are. They do. They keep the lights on here right now, but it's just damn good beer, okay? They've got your classic light beer over there by Drew, okay? Just your classic beer, right? Look, you can go to the bar and you can eat an IPA because that's like a 4-course meal in my opinion. Go ahead, drink your weird heavy beers, go for it. But I urge you to try a crisp, refreshing classic light garage beer. It goes down so easy, pairs with anything. And then in the summer, like Drew said, man, grab the lime, okay? Grab the lime. Oh, summer sipping. They say hot girl summer. I say garage beer lime summer.
KB says, and Friday. Friday was a train wreck.
Oh, no.
First nice day in town.
Sure.
Of the year. Me and the wife, I'm like, we're going to make pizzas on the pizza oven tonight. It's going to be sweet. Got the outdoor pizza oven. We're ready to go. Naturally, that gets changed, so we're going out to dinner with some friends. So my dinner's delayed by 2 fucking hours. Pick a restaurant because they have garage beer. Takes forever to get food, only to be told out of garage beer. Complete bust.
That's flip the table, cuss out the server. I mean, I think you would have been well within your rights to cause a scene. Because
that's kind of what I thought.
If you take this away from me, I'm giving you the business. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think I decided I just never want to go out to dinner ever again.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair.
It's a pretty reasonable, logical response.
Eliminate it at all times.
Just never do it.
I
pay a lot of money for this house. I want to get my money's worth.
Yeah, I agree. I would like one day to walk into a Skyline Chili and have the option to purchase a garage beer with my 4-way.
Holy shit.
Right?
What are you doing on this show? How are you not in like $1 million think tank somewhere coming up with genius shit like that?
I thought about bringing that on Shark Tank, but I got laughed at. So, are there Skylines that serve beer?
I don't know.
I don't think there is. But missed opportunity, especially like the one downtown, the original, the OG. Oh my God. Could you imagine going there, right? Grabbing a Coney and a freaking garage beer? Oh, God damn.
Oh,
be beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
My wife says next time we'll do pizzas out back with the blender. That means margaritas. I am fucking out.
Okay. I thought you were going to be putting pizzas in a blender. I didn't know where she was going with that. I'm glad that I was wrong.
Women on tequila are terrifying. But what we've seen out of the Reds so far this year is they're a fun baseball team.
Let's talk.
And the Reds have been a fun baseball team the last couple of years. But
okay.
We need them to be good now. You saw a collapse on opening day. They dropped another game over the weekend. fun baseball team, but we need them to be good. Now they beat the shit out of Texas last night, 14-3 baseball score.
Yeah.
And those kind of came behind off the bats of the two studs. Now I was talking to a couple buddies last night, and I think this is a good analogy for the Matt McLain, Elly De La Cruz Reds. All right.
Okay.
I think that Matt McLain is the Joe Burrow of the Cincinnati Reds. Overall good at everything, solid defender, smart, savvy, got the game up here kind of guy. And then Ellie's your Jamar Chase. He's your supercharger. He's what makes it electrifying and fun. Not saying that Ellie's not smart, not saying that Ellie's not a good defender, but it just seems like McLain's like almost like the quarterback, and then Ellie's the star receiver. That's kind of the way I felt.
Okay. I like that. Maybe just, you're not because Matt McLain is white and Elly De La Cruz is black. That's not what we're saying.
Jesus Christ.
Right? That's what. Hey, I don't know. I can't be the only one that thought that, but I agree with that. Because look, you look at Jamar Chase, he's the Ferrari out there doing the cool stuff, right? You look at Elly De La Cruz and his now newfound torpedo bat, right? Just doing this crazy stuff. He's exceptionally athletic, running around the bases. Like that's all you hear about Elly De La Cruz. So I think that's a great comparison. Stupid remarks aside. So I like that.
And you know what they both did last night? They both decided they were going to launch piss missiles.
Matt McLain, rocket ride, driven to deep left center. He's got 3 on the young year.
Bow!
Gone.
Dude, just hitting nukes. And Ellie's like, hey, dude, I don't want you taking all the shine. I'm going to hit a couple of these piss missiles myself.
McLain sets the stage. De La Cruz drills it to center. The hard part to triple in. Destroyed. Deep right center. Off the base of the batter's eye.
Dude. Ellie's were nukes.
Piss missiles, dude. Dead center, 400 feet. Bouncing them off the TV camera area. Wow. Just sending fucking rockets, dude. I love it.
I think the Bengals need to have Ellie out to catch some passes. Like that would be really fun content to see. I don't know.
Let him swing by OTAs.
Well, yeah, we've seen the Bengals players out there taking batting practice and throwing the ball around. Reverse it. Bring a guy like Ellie out. Put him in pro pads, right, or something. Let's not hurt the guy. And a helmet and have Joe throw him some passes. I think that would be really
go balls.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. Ellie's fast, man. He's athletic. I think
he's fast as shit.
Yeah, he would be fun.
Yeah, I think that would be cool. But so they're fun. Need them to be good though. We got the manager now. We got Francona in town. Young team, been fun the last couple of years. Let's be good this year. Let's win baseball games. Let's make the playoffs this year. I got a bet out that I made like a month ago for them to win the NL Central. Looking to cash that. I'm looking to catch some more Reds games this year. It's not always super easy to get to a 6:40 first pitch when I work till 5 and I live in Dayton. But weekends, Sundays, Fridays, I got tickets to the game where Snoop Dogg's having a concert afterwards. Just because I'm like, fucking Snoop Dogg's gonna be there, I'm gonna go.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
And people a lot of talk about the torpedo bats. People are pissed off because the Yankees were using them, and then when the Yankees do cool shit, people get mad. But Ellie was using the torpedo last night too, and just.
Yeah, I think that at some point they're gonna hammer down on the torpedo bats. Like it's just natural. Like, whoa, hold on a minute. These guys are having fun, and more points are being scored. We have to put a stop to this. But like, why would you do that? Like, it's so much fun. Like the 9 home runs the Yankees hit during that game, Ellie smashing 2 out of the park because he was using a torpedo bat. Let these guys do it. It'll be just electric. Like home runs are exciting.
I think they will. I think baseball is finally like, I think they're getting away from being like the unwritten rules and the old man's game. Like
I hope
the pitch clock has been phenomenal for somebody like me who's not a diehard baseball fan. Mm-hmm. Like I will rearrange my entire life for a Bengals game. Like,
oh yeah.
Oh, you're getting married while the Bengals are playing? Like, fucking good luck. I'm not
Good
going.
luck. Yeah.
Like,
Hope it goes well.
yeah, like, best of luck to you. But like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to rearrange my life to watch baseball, but like I got it on now. I like to listen to it if I'm in the car while the game's going on. But for the casual baseball fan like myself, I love the pitch clock because that was one of the biggest things. Like these games take fucking 5 hours.
Yep. Oh yeah.
And now you got the pitch clock. I think they're actually looking to make baseball more exciting and fun. So I think they're going to promote the torpedo bat because Sean Casey, shout out former Cincinnati Red, was on McAfee today, and like he's saying, there's facilities where these bats were built. These bats are legitimate. These bats are approved. Like everything's fine. You remember when Ellie was using the weight thing on the little reservoir tip? On the bottom of his bat. There was a big thing about that, and I think that was okay. So I think baseball is actually going to move into that. And for me, somebody who's like, you have to keep my attention for me to watch this game. I like that.
Yeah, home runs, physical stuff, like that's going to, I agree, keep people in tune. I do worry that old man baseball is going to get in there and it might get touched with, but it's not like it's like a shaved bat or anything or a corked bat, right? It's not like anything crazy illegal. It's just a little bit this way on the bat. So I don't see a problem with it. I just worry old man baseball will, but hopefully they don't.
I did like hearing the crowd count down the pitch clock. I thought that was cool.
That's
brings a fun element into it. So to me, it makes baseball more fun. I don't know how anybody didn't think of it until 2025 either, John, honestly. Greg and Chop going to be at the Snoop Dogg concert. Maybe I'll see you boys down there. I don't remember where I'm sitting. I'm sitting somewhere low. But yeah, man. So we're gonna give you that kind of baseball coverage. If you want to know about some guy's fucking ERA or his WAR or whatever the stats are, plenty of good baseball content out there. Not gonna find it here. I'm just gonna be like, hey, I want to drink beer and see dudes hit fucking balls into the river.
Yeah, I agree.
That's about it.
Yep.
But it's good time. You can go down there pretty cheap. Hop on the TickPick app, get a ticket with no fees. Go check it out. But yeah, so that's really the extent of the baseball coverage you're going to see tonight. Reds are cool. Like to see guys hit piss missiles. Hope I win some money. But this is at heart a Bengals show. And Zach made some comments, some hints at some changes to the offseason program. A lot of that coming from Paul Daniel Jr., like you talked about at the top of the show. Had some media availability. Saw your buddy Ben Baby sitting right next to him.
Best friends.
That guy sticks. But yeah, so one thing that stood out to me a lot, and probably stood out to everybody, we're going to pull up some of the tweets from Paul Daniel Jr. here so you can read along if you want. Not my best graphic. Very, very busy day. Did what I could. You guys
looks great.
Get what you get. You don't throw a fit.
Yeah.
But one of the things he said, the Bengals are likely done with free agent guards until the draft. So that doesn't mean that they're necessarily completely done with veteran guards. But that means they are until at least after the draft. Probably going to see how that shakes out. So as of right now, if the season started tomorrow, your starting guards would be two of Cody Ford, Cordell Volson, Jackson Kirkland, or a rookie.
Yep. Hate it. Absolutely hate it. Why? Why you done? Why you done till after the draft? That's my question. Why? Bring a guy in, Sheriff, for a year. Just bring him in, right? Maybe there's more to it. Maybe there's more to it, and I'm just an uneducated buffoon with no inside sources, and I don't know what's going on. But as a football fan, as a Cincinnati Bengals fan, why? Why is that your answer?
Yeah, and somebody like got on me on Twitter the other day, said I was like acting like the sky was falling over old ass Brandon Sheriff, and that's really not it.
No.
It's not this attachment to Brandon Sheriff. The fact that he's not on a team tells me he's probably weighing retirement a little bit more seriously than maybe some people had thought. But it's not just Sheriff. It's Will Hernandez. It's Dalton Risner. It's guys that are on the market that are veterans, experienced, ready to come in and play football. And of the guys that I mentioned a minute ago, like Cody Ford has your best upside. He has your best chance to be a good one. We've seen him play good football. I just don't know if he's a guy I want starting 17 games.
No. Yeah. I like Cody Ford. I want him on this team because of his versatility and willingness to just plug in wherever the hell they tell him to plug in and do it functionally for 2 quarters at a time. You know what I mean? That's where I want Cody Ford. But I saw a graphic today that had Volson and Ford. You know, it was comparing AFC North offensive lines. And I was just looking at ours, and my question is, why? Why? And again, maybe these guys out there like Risner, Sheriff, Hernandez, right, is out there. Maybe they're just not ready to sign with a team, and the draft happens, and they're just waiting to see what happens, how it shakes out, who still needs a guard, where they want to play, and we sign one. And then everything we're talking about right now doesn't matter. But to me, as a fan, if I were to put my ownership and my coaching cap on, I would be pushing so hard to convince one of these guys to just come here for a year. Come for a year, do the Riley Reef thing, come here, protect Joe Burrow, block. We're going to win football games. Just do it. Just do it.
Yikes. Might as well put Bobby Hart back out there. Ouch.
Still,
that hurts. I think he's still an active football player. I think he still plays professional football. I think last I heard he was a Buffalo Bill.
Yeah, I think he's with the Bills. Yeah.
Never again. Yeah, we try not to speak that name around here.
No. Fun fact, the only Bengals player that actually challenged me to a fist fight was Bobby Hart.
Did he really?
Oh, that's awesome. He said he wanted to meet up, and I think he said he's going to like bounce my head off of a wall and kick my ass. Yeah, it was Willie Lutz situation on steroids, but yeah. It just stinks to hear it from your coach. Yeah, we're probably done trying to improve until after the draft. Maybe they do. Maybe they go out and they get Tate Ratledge or somebody falls or they grab a Fairchild in the late rounds and our guard woes are solved because the young player comes in and plays well. Maybe they sign one of these guys after the draft, but I'm impatient. I want to improve always, every day, now. So to me, it just doesn't make sense to say, yeah, we're probably done, and not say something like, yeah, we're always taking a look at the board. We're always looking at the guys that are available. We're going to do our best to improve as a team and a franchise. That should be what's said.
I would feel better that way too if he's just like, hey man, we're always looking at ways to improve our football team. At least it's not. He could say that and do the coach speak thing, right? We're always looking at ways to improve our team. But he's just like, yeah, we're fucking done, dude. So I'm like, I just don't like that. You could not mean it and say, look, we're always looking at ways to improve our team. Is there a way we could improve a quarterback? I want to do it. Like, obviously there's not because Joe Burrow is the best quarterback in the NFL. But like, I just would have felt better if he would have said that, even if I knew he was bullshitting and lying to me. Mm-hmm. Because we've seen interior pressure be a problem all last year. And some people are telling me on Twitter, like, yeah, well, like, but look how good Burrow played last year with the shitty guard play. I'm like, yeah, that's cool. That's great. But like, I also don't want him to have to run for his life and make incredible plays under pressure and take hits and possibly get fucking injured again. I know that he can do it. That's awesome. Love the guy for that. But how much better can he be if he could actually stand in the pocket? Because like they had all these years with the tackle, Lyle Collins in, Riley Reef in, switching stuff around. All right, we got the tackles now. Mims, dog. Orlando Brown Jr., dog. Got him. Yeah. Ted Karras, dog. Played at a Pro Bowl level at center last year.
Yep.
Value the fucking guard position for me, guys. Yeah. You value everything else now. Like, let's get it cracking. So I wish he would have just said, hey, we're always looking at ways to improve. Maybe they draft Tate Ratledge and becomes a stud. Maybe I need to take a step back and understand that this isn't the Jim Turner or Frank Pollock offensive line room anymore. Maybe I need to have a little bit more faith in Scott Peters training in MMA and all that badass shit. Maybe I need to take a step back and put more trust in the guy. Maybe. But I know I watched the Super Bowl get fucked up because of bad guard play. I watched the AFC Championship game get fucked up because of bad guard play.
Yep.
And I don't love that. So I wish that they would be a little bit more aggressive, but I could sit here and yell at the mic all I want.
Yeah, nothing changes. Moving on, Look for more starters playing in the preseason. That's a major takeaway of the renewed emphasis towards a faster start. We've all been beating the drum for that. Looking for more cohesiveness off field out of OTAs. That's great. Looking for more cohesiveness. That means improvement. Looking to get more starters playing in the preseason. That means guys that don't have rust on them game one. You know what I mean? Obviously, the preseason is a roll of the dice. Hopefully, nobody gets hurt. Knock on wood, right? You don't want to even speak it out loud. But we cannot have a slow 0-2 start. Cannot do it anymore. The games last year, like the Patriots game, like just yeah, exactly. Cannot do it this year. If you have a slow start, it's that much harder of a mountain climb to get to that AFC Championship. If you come out guns a-blazing and you play lights out and you go on a 3-0 run, that fourth game, if it ends up being a loss, is a lot less painful than if you've already lost two and you're trying to fight just to survive in your own division. So I love this statement. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, you look at the starters last year. It was a long drive. They played 13 snaps, the offensive starters, minus Jamar Chase. And cool. It was fun. Liked it. I was at the game. It was cool. Fun to see. But I also look at the Chiefs. No, we're not huge fans of the Chiefs, but let's look at their success that they've had over the last 5 years. And Andy Reid's putting Patrick Mahomes out there for a quarter, saying, yo, we got to get shit humming. They got their starters playing a full quarter. Now, it's a double-sided coin, right? We start slow because we don't play players in the preseason. Zach Taylor's an idiot. Now, if a preseason game happens and the starters are playing more and somebody gets hurt, we're going to say, why the fuck were they playing? Zach Taylor's an idiot. The guy's kind of in a no-win position. But what we do know in his entire tenure in Cincinnati now, slow starts. What is one way to fix that? I'm willing to roll the dice in the preseason. Now, if you're planning for Joe Burrow to play a quarter and he goes out there and he takes a hit and he's like, yo, that was fucking iffy. I'm fine, but all right, sit him down.
Yep.
Sit him down.
Agreed.
But there should be a plan for starters to play a full quarter or however you want to do it in the preseason. So I am for it. Obviously, you can change things on a dime. If Burrow takes a little bit of a low hit and he's like, man, my fucking leg's sore. All right, sit down. Yep. Jake Browning, you're up.
100%.
But there should be a plan to get these guys more action because 22, the year that they lost the AFC Championship game, they started slow. They went on a 10-game win streak that year.
Yeah.
Those are hard to come by. They won their last 5 last year. Cool, but wasn't enough because you dropped that early game. So at this point, I don't love the idea of putting starters in harm's way, but at the same time, what they've been doing is not working, so they have to change something. Therefore, I support it.
Yep, totally agree. I don't think there are people that worry about injuries. I think injury is the only really negative. So if someone says that, I go, yeah, you're right. That could be a absolutely catastrophic drawback to throwing your starters in the preseason. But outside of that, I don't see a drawback other than getting your guys reps. So moving on, Taylor offering nothing on Trey Hendrickson, plenty of love for his game and impact, but they are working through the process. Got it. We understand. I'll just read this entire one and we can talk a little defense. Jermaine Pratt, still part of the team. See where it goes. Dax Hill, ACL doing well, but doesn't want to talk timelines. Understandable. Starting with Trey Hendrickson, we've discussed it ad nauseum. We want Trey to get a new deal. I do like the statement is not very committal, but I do like that he says we are working through the process, which means it's not just oh yeah, that's happening. Oh, I forgot about that. It's we're talking to Trey. We'll see what happens. He's here this year, but we'd like to get this done now as opposed to when he's in a threat of leaving. So I like that quote.
Yeah. It just sounds to me like nothing's changed. Nothing's happening. We're working through the process. Yeah. No. So basically what you're saying is there's no update. You don't fucking know. We don't fucking know. Duke doesn't fucking know. Katie doesn't fucking know. Mike doesn't fucking know. Nobody fucking knows.
Yep.
And then, on Pratt, he's just he's fucking on the team, dude. See what happens. I know he wants out. We'll see how it goes. But as of right now, he's a Cincinnati Bengal. I think if you're going to see any trade for Pratt, it's going to happen around the draft. And if you don't see one, they may cut. A lot of people say they think that they would have to cut Pratt and Moss to get a Trey Hendrickson deal done. And if that's the case, then do it. But yeah, I don't think we're going to see any resolution on him until later in the draft. And then good to see Dax Hill coming along with his ACL. Some of the videos he posted, it looks good. But I think Zach's just learned his lesson from putting a timeline on shit. He has been wrong on timelines quite a few times in his tenure in Cincinnati, just saying shit, and then it just doesn't go that way. So he's just playing it cautious. No timeline, don't know. Heard it's going well. That's about all I got for you. Yeah. Lots of people hating on the Bengals cornerback room on the internet in the last week, telling me it's just one of the worst rooms in the league and blah, blah, blah. I don't see that.
No.
I saw a banged up room last year. I saw a lot of guys miss time. I still think that Cam Taylor-Britt is more likely to go back this way than continue to slide down. I have high hopes for the Bengals secondary this year, as long as they can all stay on the field. Josh Newton showed a lot of good stuff last year. Marco Wilson, who's back, played solid in some spots last year when he was kind of forced into action too. So not down on the cornerback room. Another thing I like that he said, he wants to see less do or die football in the second half of games. And I love that because they're stressful. I throw things, I say bad words, I scare my family. She has to go stay with her mother for a few days. Hasn't gotten that far yet, but it's always on the table. So that tells me Zach's saying, I want to be in control of more football games. And the way you get in control of more football games is controlling the clock, maybe running the ball a little bit more if you get some better run blocking. Obviously, we're an explosive team. We're going to throw the ball around the yard, but more success running the ball helps you control games more. And I would love to see that. I would love to just watch the second half of a Bengals game and just be like, I think we got this in the bag. I think we're good. We're up 3 scores after halftime. I think we can coast. That'll probably never happen because they have to flair for the dramatic and raise my blood pressure and take years off my life. But at least he's aware, I guess. He's like, hey, man, can't have these, so many times last year, it felt like every drive in the second half of a game was just so huge. Because you figure you got to just keep up with the other offense, because the defense is just going to let them keep scoring. Or, you had to dig yourself out of a 3-score hole yourself. And every drive is just so important and it's stressful. Like, hopefully that means he's going to have a plan to just take control of the game a little bit more.
Yeah, I agree. As a Bengals fan, we all know this. You can never relax during a game. We are Mr. Keep It Close. It is what it is. I just think, woes aside, defensively last year, like, we should have put teams away. I would like to be going into the fourth quarter, tucking in a team. Like, all right, night, Kansas City, night. I don't know, friggin' whoever we're playing, anybody, right? It would be awesome for there to be 3 minutes on the clock and Jake Browning throwing the football. Like, I just think we're capable of it. We just got to do it. Second halves should not be as stressful as they are, and they all are. They're all stressful. Every single one of them.
Hold on a second. Is this can't be a real quote, right, Ryan? I think he should be happy at certain rates, and maybe he doesn't think he'd be happy at. Is that real? I hope not. I hope you're just making fun of her. I hope that's not a real quote.
Yeah, I do too. Jesus.
That would stink. I hadn't seen that. If that's real, that sucks. And
Ryan,
I don't love that.
Spark, he just put this out too. I think some of it is on him to be happy at some point. More of Katie, and there's no way. That's upsetting.
Man, we're being told it's real.
That's insane.
Oh fuck!
Are you kidding? I gotta actually physically game on.
Oh no! That's Katie, game on 513.
Katie, you can't afford to F around with your all-pro DN. I think he should be happy at certain rates that maybe he doesn't think he'd be happy at, Blackburn said. I think some of it is on him to be happy at some point. And if he's not, that's what holds it up sometimes. So, it takes him to say yes to something. And also, we have all the respect in the world for him. He's been a great player. We're happy to have him. And so maybe we'll find a way to get something to work. We're just going to see where it goes. I would like to throw my phone at the wall.
Oh, God. How did I miss that? What the fuck?
Well, he did it. He did it 10 minutes ago. So I don't know. That's abysmal.
Are we April Fools in here? Please tell me we're April Fools and somebody's fucking with us, right?
Wow. That's bad.
Oh.
That's a terrible, terrible quote.
That takes me back to that video that Goodberry put out from Hard Knocks when they were negotiating with Andre Smith, and she just seems so smug.
That sucks. He really shared it, and it's a quote.
AKA suck it up, we ain't paying. Yeah. Oh, God. That's enough to piss off a guy.
That's the first comment underneath J Money's post there. Reminds me of the Hard Knocks clip during the Andre Smith negotiations.
Oh, God.
That's really a tone deaf quote. That sucks.
Katie, what the fuck? I know you guys watch this in the building.
Yeah. What kind of message does that send to Trey? That sucks.
Oh.
I don't like that at all. Apparently Kelsey Conway had the story. That's crazy.
Fuck me to tears.
I hate that a lot. That sucks.
Oh.
All right. Well,
oh my God.
Jesus. Dude. That's really bad. That sucks.
Well, cancel this show. Fuck it.
Yeah. Why would you verbalize that? Why would you say that?
Yeah, like you gotta find different wording, Katie.
Is he trying? Maybe she's putting pressure on the agent or something. But like, why use Trey as a tool?
Dude, and he's already said he went on McAfee this year.
Yeah.
Right at Radio Row and was like, something came out of what Duke said or something. He was like, I would have preferred to heard that from the team and not my dad sending me a tweet. God. How is he going to hear this? How is this message going to be delivered to him?
What
the fuck, dude?
What's the context, I guess? Like what was the question that was asked? If somebody could put that in the chat, I'd really appreciate it.
I mean, she probably said, like, somebody probably just asked her, like, hey, where are things at with Trey? And she's like, well, I think he should be happy at rates that he's probably not going to think he's going to be happy at. That's one thing to say that, but it's just fucking hell, dude.
That's a pretty tone deaf quote. If it's
dude, that's fucking bad.
Just in general context. Jesus. That's crazy. All right. Well, let's talk about Geno Stone. Taylor likes the direction of Geno Stone at safety, but everyone can have competition. Entire unit needs to tackle better. Yes, the entire defense needs to tackle better. I like Geno Stone if Geno Stone plays like Geno Stone in the latter half of the season. But I've said this before. He's got 1 or 2 games of struggling for me to absolutely turn on him and start lighting his ass up. So give me a guy like that Notre Dame safety in the draft. Excuse me, to put some motherfucker.
He's dying.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm back. To put some pressure and competition in that room. Competition breeds success. Don't just trot out a guy out there because he was there last year. Make him work for it.
Yeah, that just tells you that he's going to start the season as the starting safety. Hopefully,
Xavier Watts. Yep.
Yeah, Watts is a dog. Watts is a dog.
Yep. Abysmal. I'm stuck on that Trey Hendrickson news. This completely derailed the show here. I know we got a little bit more to talk about, but
the rest is the rule changes that have come through today. So the proposal was separated into 2 votes, but the one that passed today is the touchback now moves to the 35.
Stupid.
They think it's going to promote more returns. I think it's going to do the opposite.
Yeah, who did that math? Like,
I don't.
There was somebody put out there some stat. I think I might.
Oh yeah, you sent it to me and it didn't make the graphic. I'm a piece of shit.
It's okay. It's okay. I think I've got it. Okay, with the touchback spot change, the NFL has been who the fuck did this math? The NFL has been projecting an increase in the return rate from 33% in 2024 to 60 to 70 in 2025. There are some downstream aspects that could play into the terms of field position scoring, game management, But if I'm a returner, and I was a returner back in my younger days, I'm going to make a business decision if I think I'm going to get killed or if I see the ball maybe going over my head. It's going to be at the 35 anyway. Why would I try to return this? It's backwards. What they're saying doesn't make sense. If you would like more returns, put the ball at the 15 or something, because then it's like, shit, I got to get this ball and get it to at least the 25. Otherwise, we're going to be back in our own territory. So I don't understand it. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. Drift King in the chat thinks it's maybe to make kickers actually try to land it in the landing zone. That would make sense, I guess. There's a little bit more incentive for them to not boot it out of the back of the end zone for the touchback. But
okay, all right, I see that.
But yeah, the math isn't mathing to me. But good point from Taylor Stout. Kick over our heads. Go ahead, give Joe the ball to 35 to start every drive.
Yeah, hell yeah. I mean, a quarterback like Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, if you give them the ball at the 35, are you kidding me? Like, that's ridiculous. Absolutely love it. But I think the rule change is stupid. But the NFL owners have passed a rule change that will allow both teams to possess the ball in overtime during the regular season. Per source, the overtime period will remain just 10 minutes. Now, key verbiage there, during the regular season. Why did they say that?
Because it's already that way in the postseason.
Okay. Stupid
they already
me.
have that.
Dumb idiot. I don't think I realized it was different. But I like this. Give both teams the chance to have the ball. There's no argument against this, right? I mean, who wants to see a game end after one drive just because of a coin toss, right?
Yeah, don't like it. Coin toss doesn't go Joe Burrow's way. You don't see Joe Burrow get the football in overtime. Everybody loses.
Yeah.
It should have always been this way. I'm still a proponent of a version of college overtime.
Yeah,
NFL, personally,
I like that.
Maybe start them like at their own 40 instead of like, college. You start at like the 30 or something. Like, you're already in field goal range at that point. But if you're going to stick with the standard overtime rules where it's a 10-minute quarter or whatever, both teams have to be able to possess the ball. Absolutely have to.
Yeah, I guess my interpretation of this was like the rule was changing overall, so playoffs is affected as well, but they left it out and they weren't going to have it there. But to me, if you do like a college overtime like that, which is electric and fun to watch, you'd have to start it. You'd have to start them at like the 50, I think, at a minimum, right? Because like
minimum, yeah.
You're in field goal range on the 48-yard line. Some of these kickers are just absolute cannons. So
yeah.
Yeah.
So, and then below that, the possess the ball but amended the overtime period to 10 minutes. And then Rap Sheet says expanded replay assist has also passed. I know that's kind of a hot button issue. Some people like it, some people don't. I personally like it. I don't care if the game takes an extra half hour. Get the fucking calls right.
Yep.
I believe that this will allow a sky judge to essentially radio down to the field and said, hey, you missed a penalty right here. Throw it. Or I believe ref throws a flag for pass interference. Eye in the sky says you're fucking wrong. That was not pass interference. Pick the flag up. That is my understanding of what the rule is. I'm for it. I don't care if games take longer. I don't care if there's more commercials. I would rather things be as right as possible.
Yeah.
After all of the officiating shit that we've seen over the last few years. Give me an extra few ads for fucking all these sports books and shitty trucks or whatever. Not Rams though. Shout out Ram truck. But whatever. But get the calls right. Don't let. I don't want to leave the game feeling like I fucking got bent over, like I did when the Bengals played in Baltimore on that Thursday night game, where a sky judge clearly could have said, "Hey, there were 3 face mask penalties on that play. 3 of them. Yeah. 3. 1, 2, fucking 3." They should get another shot at that 2-point conversion.
Yeah.
Shit like that. Like, I
agree. I agree.
Don't care.
This isn't the 1970s or like 80s more where it's like, hey, they can't get every call. It's the refs are only human. We have like AI. Elon Musk is building like house robots. Let's take the time to get these calls correct. Like, I love football. I would watch. If a football game lasted 8 hours, I'd watch every fucking second of it. So if it takes an extra, I don't know, if it adds an extra 25 minutes to the game, get over it. You're going to be happy because you won, because a call wasn't just egregiously, violently missed by a moronic Ed Hockley or what, name another referee,
Fuck Ron Torbert.
Torbert the moron out there. So get it right. Don't do it quick. Yeah. Yes.
It's smoke.
100%.
I'm taking the charge.
Okay.
I know you might have to run, right?
Not yet. I'm good. I do have an 8:00 meeting, but I think I can sneak getting on a little late here. Let's finish out these rules and then I'll get out there. So the method for measuring first downs in the NFL will switch from chain gangs to camera-based technology in 2025. The league has announced. The traditional chain gang crew will remain on the sidelines in a secondary capacity. I like that. I like the chain gang. The chain gang is a pastime. It's fun. It's always, move those chains. Like, don't get rid of that. We're in the future, but we're not that far ahead. But also, let's get this shit right. Put a sensor in the football, use cameras, whatever you got to do, and then use the chain gang for us morons watching on TV to kind of go, okay, there's the first down mark. It's in that general area. And not supplement that. I guess use the cameras and the sensors as the first, line of defense against a shitty missed. That ball was over. Why did he move it back 2 inches?
Yeah, I think a lot of that comes from the Josh Allen play against the Chiefs last year in the AFC Championship, where it clearly looked like Josh Allen got the first down on camera. Chains disagreed, so I like it. We got to leverage this technology for good.
Yeah,
there's just too many options. They've had sensors in the footballs for years. We find out, why aren't you fucking using them?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Agreed.
But I like the idea of digitizing it because, it's just the camera's not going to lie. The camera cannot have a bias. I'm not saying NFL refs are biased. I said Ron Torbert, fuck you, buddy. But the camera's not going to lie. You've seen it before. It's like, why the hell the ref look like he moved the ball back or forward a yard?
Yes.
What the fuck are we doing here? The camera's just going to say, hey, ball is here. Yes. This is where the ball goes.
The human mind and the human eye are they're susceptible to making mistakes. And we have the technology to get these things right. Let's do it right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. I would agree with that. So I am personally all for that. And then John Paps, another one that's been talked about. Are you two against or for the tush push? Because I think they tabled the tush push discussions until May. I think they're going to talk about it again. No change to it yet. But you say you're a tush push guy?
Yeah, I'm for it. Figure out how to stop it. I don't. That's
kind of the way I am. It did get a little bit ridiculous. I think it was Philly and Washington in the playoffs last year, and Philly kept doing it, and Washington just kept jumping off sides because they're trying to time it up. And the ref was like, hey, if they keep fucking jumping off sides, dude, we can just give them a touchdown.
Yeah, that's stupid. What? No, that's wrong. Yeah, that's wrong.
That's a real thing. They're like, if you motherfuckers keep jumping off sides, we can just give you a touchdown. I don't like that, but I'm not against the tush push because I'm with you. Figure out how to fucking stop it, dude. This is a football game. This isn't an illegal play. If there's real data that says it really puts people in danger and causes more injuries, maybe then. But there's none of that yet.
Do you know what the tush push brings back? It brings back Montez Burfict, or it brings back a guy like Ray Lewis. You know what I mean? A big, mean fucking linebacker that can get in there and shove a D tackle's ass and stop the tush push from happening. Because the NFL has gone the way of athletic, fast guys that can cover and move ground quickly. Maybe this means that the big, giant meathead at linebacker comes back, and that is a position I would like to see return.
In Jung Meta, dude, just flying into a brick wall.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
K Breeze is against the tush push, not a football play. I think that's like a textbook football play. That's an old school football play. That's when football first started, kind of play.
Nose to the grind, shove your guy, get through the hole, and get in there.
What do you mean defense is not allowed to push?
Not allowed.
Do you mean like obviously they're allowed to fire off the ball and try to push the linebacker, but are you saying like a linebacker's not allowed to push a defensive tackle into the pile? Because if that's true, I don't know. If that's true, I think we should level the playing field. If Logan Wilson wants to get behind BJ Hill and give him a push right in the middle,
why not? Yeah, I agree. I think you empower the defense to try to stop it by any means possible. But to me, the tush push is no difference than just a quick fullback dive with the running back pushing behind him. It's the like, dude, we got to get 1 yard and we got to get it now. And guess what? If you don't have the balls to stack the box and absolutely obliterate the offensive line and get back there and stop it, I figure it out. Figure it out. That's my take on it.
Yeah, defense can't push their own team. Taylor Stout and Straight.
Let them.
I think that should be an amendment. I think the linebacker should be able to shove the defensive tackle just the same. Absolutely. Yeah, I didn't know that. So if that's the case, yeah, I'm absolutely. Yeah, dude, get Desmond Watson. Just have him push. You see that, dude? Monster. Monster. There was a text from Dad that I missed because I'm a shitty son. This was during the Trey Hendrickson discussion. He said, say goodbye to Trey after that shit from Katie. It doesn't help. I don't know what that means for this year. I still think he's a little bit too old to sit out at 30 years old.
Yeah.
But yeah, it doesn't bode well for those discussions. I'm sorry that I missed that. I know the people count on them. You know what we haven't done? We haven't done this.
Second of the season. And the Bengals go up again.
I love it.
I think the people needed to see that after the Katie comments.
We
probably should have done that then to raise the vibes back up.
Answer this. That's probably a time sensitive question there. Tell her yes.
Yeah, go ahead and run that. Let me get that. Fuck that diet.
All right, I got nothing left but a hooday. I actually got to hop off here and get on a stupid work call because apparently different countries have different time zones. So we're catering to a country that's 12 hours behind us. I love you guys. Are you going to stay on or are you going to just end it?
Yeah, we got a few minutes. I'll do a Q&A with the chat.
All right, kick me the fuck out of here. I love you guys. Go buy garage beer. Let's fucking go.
Do it. Okay. All right, so now you just got me. I got to zoom in a little bit. You see my hat collection there on the side. Yeah, do a Q&A with the chat for the last 5 minutes. See what's going on here. I'll take a peek through. We'll just go back to our little main layout there. See what's going on. A bit late here, so just giving my thoughts on the guards. As I said, I will take Lucas Patrick and a rookie over Captain and Wilson any day of the week, but I would still love Scherf. Yeah, I mean, it's very, very hard to get worse at the guard position than what we saw last year. But it's just, I think you could have found a way to make it a good amount better. And I just wish that we would, they've got the money, they've got the cap space. These guys aren't asking for huge guaranteed deals. So like, you have the money, just fucking do it. Good chance to tell you guys to like the stream. That's true. Haven't done that. We're supposed to do that as the YouTube guys. Please like the stream. Turn on notifications if you'd like to know when we go live and post content on our YouTube channel. That would be very, very cool of you guys. Yeah, celebration penalties. Like, come on, dude. You can't do the smell me, the Pac-Man Jones smell me. They say that's sexual. You don't know that. What if I'm smelling something else? I don't like that. Let the guys taunt. I'm pro taunting. Let these guys fucking taunt, dude. Burrow said it too. Let the boys taunt. These are NFL football players, grown-ass men, peak athletes, mentally strong, mentally tough. Let them talk some shit. Let them do their first down celebrations. Let them shoot the arrow. I think George Pickens, like looking at the Bengals crowd and fucking shooting an AR-15 into the crowd, maybe a little bit much. But if he did that to a player, I think it's fair game. If you're facing the crowd, you're kind of a dick. You're talking about like shooting, like a bunch of innocent people that spend a bunch of money to be there. Like, calm the fuck down. But if he wants to unload the Draco at an op on the field, I'm cool with it. Let it slide. Let the boys taunt. Who cares? That's kind of where I'm at. I still don't understand the shadow draft, Ryan. I can't give you any kind of expert opinion on that because I still don't really know what the fuck a shadow draft is. I'm not smart. I can't wrap my head around it. I gamble. I don't play fantasy football anymore, so I don't know. I'm not the guy to ask for that. Jamie Simpson, local weatherman who melted down during The Bachelor, has deleted me from Facebook. I did not send a follow-up friend request. He has a very bad alcohol problem. I kept adding him to this giant group chat I have of people from like Kansas and Texas and Massachusetts, and he kept getting upset. So I think my friendship with Jamie is probably just about over with. Unfortunately, local weatherman is gone. Yeah, Cartier glasses. I won't even peek at you. Burrow don't give a fuck about no taunters, dude. He don't care about no haters. He ain't worried about that shit. Let's see. Let's scroll back through the chat. I didn't get as much of it on today as I would like to. Lots of comments. Shout out to you guys. These comments feel like Kay saying, I fucking have you and T Jamar. I fucking gave you T and Jamar. Shut up. That's basically kind of how it felt. Wade asked, he missed it. What did Katie say? That's what you get for spending time with your family instead of watching this show, Wade. So why don't you go back and watch? I'm just kidding. She pretty much said, we've made him an offer I think he should be happy with, and maybe he's not happy with it. And it just sounded kind of gross and tone deaf and like something that would probably piss your star defensive end off. Do we think AI refs would favor one team over another? I don't know. I guess it depends on who sets up the algorithm, who's in there punching the keys, who sets it all up. I don't know. Back to kind of the added replay. I don't see what the rush to get the game over with is. People paid hard-earned money to go to the game, get the damn calls right, period. And that's where I'm at, man. I live and die by the Cincinnati Bengals. So if I got to watch them for an extra half hour and I feel like the calls are made more right and we didn't get fucked over, I'll sleep just fine that night. Draft party news. So the draft party, April 25th, Foaling Warehouse benefiting Project Game Day, sending adults with disabilities, people with disabilities, children also, people with disabilities and military veterans to their first Bengals games is still going on. I've heard some rumblings of cool things behind the scenes that I don't know that I'm at liberty to speak about. I'm not a member of the Project Game Day group. They are friends of mine, love the cause, love to support it. I don't know if I can speak on some of the things that they've told me, so I'm going to keep that close to the chest now. They will announce that when they find the time, or they find the time is appropriate. But what I will say is I know for a fact there will be delicious garage beer. There will be delicious chicken wings. There's going to be a bunch of people in Bengals gear. We're going to be throwing footballs at bowling pins, and it's going to be a hell of a time. I know there's another draft party that night that came out after this one was announced, and they decided they were going to try to throw some shots at it. Fuck those guys. If you go to their party, not mad at you, go do what you do, go have fun. But I don't like companies that decide that they're going to shit on charities. So that's my take on the situation. But whatever other news comes out about the draft party between here and then, it's still going to be a hell of a time. I can't wait to get down there. I hope to see as many of you out there. Breezy, it is up to something season. There is a little something cooking behind the scenes here that I hope to get to share with you guys soon. Nothing has been finalized. There have been some very, very good discussions. And I hope that if it all comes together, this is actually something that's going to benefit our show and will benefit you guys as well. So I look forward to hopefully sharing that news with you guys soon. But can't do anything till the ink's dry, as they say. Off topic. Check out the Kroger Queen City Classic, fun golf tournament to watch, and it's right near you. It's an LPGA tournament. So I kind of caught the golf bug over the weekend. Went to play some golf with my buddy on Saturday, as I talked about earlier in the show. Played like hot liquid dog shit. Am not good at golf, but I did decide I'm going to give it a go. So I went to the driving range. Buddy taught me a couple things. I was hitting them straighter. Okay. I'm getting some lift on the ball. It's going straight. It's not going as far as I want it, but I'm hitting it good. It's going straight. It's getting the loft that I want. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to get into this a little more. Then Matt McClain decides he's going to bang a fucking homer, pay me some money. I went out and bought new golf clubs. That's kind of the way it goes. Brand new bag, still a shitty swing. Yes, that is basically it, but I'm working on it. And it is what it is. All right. That's just kind of how the game goes. Caught the golf bug means you now caught the poverty bug. Yeah, spent a good amount of money on it already over the weekend. But I do like to go up to Yankee Trace, $15, get 100 balls, just practice, get the swing down a little bit is what we're going to do. So that's where we're at. Kicking around the idea of a charity golf outing to benefit a charity. I just need to know that we would have enough people show up to it before I can really try to start doing it. Know where the money's going to go. Great cause. Don't know where I would do it, but shit like that. So yeah, we're talking about that too. My wife and child just got home. Holy shit. That's a big ass ice cream cone. So I'm probably going to cut this off.
What is it for you?
That's not.
I asked you twice. I'm texting you on.
I answered it on there. I didn't get no fucking ice cream.
I was already offline, bro.
So you fucking taunted me with the ice cream and now you're leaving and I don't get any? This is fucked, dude. This is fucked. This is unbelievable. If anybody knows a good divorce attorney, please leave their contact info in the chat. I would like to reach out to them. Dude. Dude. Oh my God. I can't golf for shit, but I'll show up and be absolutely terrible. That'd be fun. I'm going to show up and be absolutely terrible if we do it. Dude, I'm shattered, broken, betrayed. It's always the people that you don't think will do that to you that do that to you. You know, it's kind of how life goes. April Fool's my ass. Dude, there's not ice cream waiting. There's not. I do now see the text message, but I'm fucking busy. All right. There was a comment in the chat that made it to the screen. I responded. I feel like that is a very clear indication that yes, I would like ice cream. Not only does she just walk in, hand it to me, I'm happy as hell thinking I got 2 big scoops and a waffle cone. I'm about to go to town. She's like, not yours, motherfucker. And then she's gone. That's unreal. That's out of control. Ice cream waits for no one. Yeah, it's bad. I'm gonna mute this and go. Love you guys.
Your boys are ready to go. You already know. Grab a garage beer, let's flow. No filter needed. Beers getting deleted. It's the Cincy Unfiltered Show. Let's go. Our boys are ready to go. Our boys are ready to go. You already know. Grab a garage beer, let's flow. No filter needed. Beers getting deleted. It's the Cincy Unfiltered Show. Let's go.